Welcome back to the Rich Mindset channel. Today, we are diving into a financial guide that has stood the test of time, breaking down the 10 biblical money rules that successful wealth builders still use to this day. In the book of Proverbs chapter 10, verse 4, the Bible teaches us that consistent hard work is the baseline foundation of all success. If you look at the world's most successful people, they stayed disciplined, focused, and kept building even when results were slow, because no one becomes truly wealthy overnight. However, hard work is simply the starting point, not the destination. Because you were not born with a massive inheritance to instantly buy up cash-flowing businesses, you must work hard in the beginning to earn income. The secret is learning to control your spending so you can save that income, buy assets, and let those assets make money for you while you sleep. This brings us to our second lesson, found in Proverbs chapter 21, verse 20, which states that the wise store up choice food and olive oil, but fools gulp theirs down. This means that wise people manage and store their resources carefully, while foolish people consume everything the moment they get it. If all your money disappears the moment your salary or profit hits your account, building wealth becomes impossible. You have to control your spending so that you can invest the difference, because true wealth is not defined by how much you spend, but by what you keep and multiply. Our third lesson warns us to stay away from toxic debt, as Proverbs chapter 22, verse 7 declares that the borrower is slave to the lender. Debt is a heavy burden that limits your choices and creates massive emotional stress, trapping you financially for years. However, when you raise your financial IQ, you learn how to spot the difference between good debt and bad debt. Bad debt is borrowing money to buy things that lose value, like clothes, cars, or vacations, while good debt is strategic leverage. If you are financially educated, you can use debt to acquire a cash-flowing asset that generates enough income to pay off both the principal and the interest, leaving you with a valuable property that pays you forever. If you want to use this kind of leverage, you must seek expert guidance first so you do not end up financially trapped. This flows directly into our fourth rule, found in Luke chapter 6, verse 38, which says to give, and it will be given to you. The Bible teaches generosity because selfishness destroys your character and your relationships. True giving provides critical support to those in need while fundamentally shifting your mindset out of scarcity and fear and moving you into absolute abundance, reminding you that money is a river that should flow through you rather than a stagnant pool. The fifth rule teaches us to plan and budget before spending, as Luke chapter 14, verse 28 asks, "Suppose one of you wants to build a tower. Won't you first sit down and estimate the cost?" Wise people never make major financial decisions on a whim, yet too many people have zero plan for their financial future. The moment their salary drops, they start spending blindly, hoping to invest whatever happens to be left at the end of the month, which results in nothing being left at all. In the classic book, The Richest Man in Babylon, we are taught to always pay yourself first by setting aside a dedicated portion of your earnings for investments before you pay any bills. This requires patience, which brings us to our sixth rule in Proverbs chapter 13, verse 11, which states that wealth gained hastily will dwindle, but whoever gathers little by little will increase it. The Bible explicitly warns against the dangers of chasing fast, easy money because real wealth grows slowly through consistency and deep patience. Nothing of lasting value in this life comes easy. Everything has a mandatory process, whether it is farming, driving, or giving birth. Creating wealth is exactly the same, and you must discipline yourself to go through the process to get to where you want to be. Our seventh rule reminds us not to love money more than life itself, as 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 10 notes that the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. Money itself is completely neutral. It makes an excellent servant, but a horrible master. In the hands of a fool, money destroys, but in the hands of the wise, money builds. The problem is never the cash, but the character of the person holding it. While some wealthy people use their power to bully the poor, others use it to build orphanages, fund schools, and clothe the less privileged, proving that we should blame the person behind the money, not the money itself. To keep your character sharp, our 8th rule from Proverbs chapter 13, verse 20 reminds us to walk with the wise and become wise, for a companion of fools suffers harm. Your environment has a massive, silent influence on your financial habits, and your daily habits ultimately determine whether you will be rich or poor. If you live in an environment where everyone around you is broke and financially uneducated, but you want a completely different life, you must leave that community and move to a space where people are operating at the level you aspire to reach. Seeking financial advice from someone who has never built wealth is simply booking a first-class ticket to poverty. Finally, the 9th and 10th rules focus on legacy and honesty. Proverbs chapter Retirement 13, verse 22 says that a good person leaves an inheritance for their children's children, challenging us to think far beyond our own lifespans. If you earn money today just to spend it all today, your children will be forced to start completely from scratch, as if they never had parents working to build a foundation. We must learn to build sustainable assets, businesses, and skills that secure the future for generations to come. We must do this with total integrity, as our 10th rule from Proverbs chapter 11, verse 1 states that the Lord detests dishonest scales, but accurate weights find favor with him. Cheating people or cutting corners might give you a temporary financial boost, but it will eventually ruin your reputation and your business. True, lasting wealth is built on a foundation of absolute trust, and you never need to compromise your morals to get rich. Biblical money principles focus heavily on discipline, wisdom, patience, hard work, and self-control, the exact same principles that top wealth builders still use today to protect and multiply their fortunes. Share this video with a friend who needs this mindset shift, and make sure to subscribe to Rich Mindset for your daily dose of financial wisdom. Keep learning, keep practicing, and keep building the future.